Hello and welcome. I kind of think this is the last issue of Something Is Killing the Children. So, we'll get into why here in a second, but not a whole lot actually happened in this book. There's a lot of talking, a lot of world building, a lot of explanation, a little social combat, and that's about it. We got the real high drama between her and the monster out of the way last issue when she was fighting it, engaging in some psychological warfare, some oh yeah, take this, you terrifying monster foo. And now it's the aftermath. That was the climax. This is the anticlimax. So narratively, this is either the end of a story arc or the end of the story. Really does seem weird to me that we had this whole story, the first 13 or 14 issues or whatever in this town dealing with a monster. And then ever since then, we've been getting backstory, 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 backstory. And most of the backstory could have been told in just a couple of panels. There's a ton of explanatory material in this. I'm going to find the page I'm looking for. Yeah, here it is. So she's getting her St. George tattoo. And dude fella over here is explaining how they work. Oh, you got the red masks and the blue masks and the black masks and the white masks and the silver masks and the green masks. And it's all kind of that's cool and all. Why do I care in this context? This might have been useful stuff to know back in issue 7 before all those, homeboys rolled up with machine guns and started massacring the town. At this point, it feels kind of superfluous because we've already seen all them homeboys roll into town and just kill everybody. It's already happened. We haven't met these dudes or these dudes. We've met these dudes, but we didn't know it, and I guess we met the red masks, but whatever. I don't really care. Kind of weird. Kind of weird that we're getting this info dump at the end of the story instead of in the middle of it. In fact, it's kind of weird to be given an info dump at all. She meets her, the head dragon dude, the top of the food chain, who's eating gummy worms. It's kind of funny and weird. I like the writing in that scene. And overall, I guess I like the writing, even if a lot of it, even if a lot of what's going on here is nothing is going on. I feel like this book could have easily been cut down to half of its length, and there's a lot of those superfluous, hey, we're going to span 2 pages for no reason type layouts in this book. And those just kind of make it a little hard to read at first, but I'm starting to get onto your tricks. I'm starting to understand it, know what's going on when you bust that out. My eyes aren't getting as confused as they have in the past, but it also took you 20 issues to train me to be able to read your book, as opposed to just making a normal comic book. In fact, let me go back to the scene with the dragon dude, because I think that 2-page layout is like this. Yeah. Is there any reason why we're spanning across the top and then across the bottom here? I don't see it. I don't see why we would do that instead of putting these 3 panels, then these panels right here, then these panels here, and leaving these panels right there. There's no reason to be crossing the spine. That's just going to make the book harder to read in a collected edition when you can't press the spine down. You're essentially going to lose everything that's guttered here by the staple. Kind of a bummer. The book itself, it wraps up the storyline of these last couple sections pretty well. Something's Killing the Children, Part 5, Me and My Monster. And then I flip over the page. The story continues in House of Slaughter. So I don't know if the main title is going to keep continuing on, and we're going to get Something's Killing the Children and House of Slaughter side by side every month, or what? Maybe they just want that new #1 bump. Very likely, given the way the comic industry works. So if you've been reading Something That's Killing the Children, you got to read this issue. If you haven't been, there is literally no reason why you should pick this book up. It's just a wrap up. It's a 20-something page long. Yeah, the story's over. And that's it. So if you didn't read 19, you don't need 20. If you did read 19, you probably want to read 20. They could have compressed all this way down, though. This whole series, not just this one issue. But that's neither here nor there. So those are my thoughts about Something is Killing the Children, number 20. You all take care of yourselves. You have a great day, great night, great whatever you got going on. Hope to see you again next time. Until then, bye-bye.